Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
The teenage suspect being held over the Southport Holiday Club outrage comes from a family who are heavily involved with the local church, shocked neighbors said yesterday. One said they would often hear singing from the terraced house where he lived with his parents. It's a massive shock, the neighbor added, telling the Liverpool Echo the 17-year-old would come in from school and be singing. Locals fear the family's house will be attacked, with thugs shouting threats since his arrest. His parents are now believed to be in hiding. These vigilantes have been driving past on motorbikes, shouting abuse, saying that house is going to get firebombed, the neighbor said. We're innocent, and if that house gets firebombed, our house will be damaged too. 25 children, mostly girls aged between 7 and 11, were at Monday's sold-out event at the Heart Space Yoga and Dance Studio where Monday's brutal knife attack took place. The deaths of Alice De Silva Aguiar, 9, Elsie Stankham, 7, and B.B. King, 6, were confirmed on Tuesday, and police said yesterday 5 children were in a critical condition in hospital. Businessman Jonathan Hayes, who was stabbed in the leg after attempting to disarm the attacker, and dance teacher Leanne Lucas, 35, who shielded children from the deadly blows, both also remain in hospital after undergoing major surgery. Magistrates yesterday granted police more time to question the teenage suspect, who has not been named because of his age, on suspicion of murder and attempted murder. The alleged knifeman, who was born in Cardiff to Rwandan parents and turns 18 this month, was detained in Southport by police officers equipped only with batons and a taser, witnesses said. Wearing a COVID-style face mask, and with the hood of his green top covering his head despite the sunny weather, the suspect was seen pacing near his home around half an hour earlier. In CCTV obtained by ITV News, he could be seen walking up the street near his family home in the village of Banks, less than 4 miles from the dance studio where the attack happened. The suspect walked towards a social club where a children's drama class was due to take place later that day before returning, one hand in his pocket. He is then understood to have caught a minicab to the scene of the attack. Residents of the cul-de-sac where the suspect lived, which remained cordoned off by police yesterday, said the rest of the family, including an elder brother, a 20-year-old university student, seemed normal if very quiet. Police have said they do not believe the massacre was terror-related, and contrary to misinformation on social media, the suspect has no known links to Islam. It comes after rioters took to the streets in Southport last night, barely an hour after a vigil was held for the 3 girls who died in the knife rampage. After riots broke out on the streets of Southport last night, thousands of right-wing protesters descended on Whitehall in London tonight. Some were seen wearing T-shirts with the faces of the 3 Southport victims as they staged an "Enough is Enough" protest about illegal immigration. Dozens of protesters, many of whom were drinking, were detained by police as violent scuffles broke out. Police in Merseyside called in support from forces across the region to avoid a second night of rioting. Violence erupted near the town's mosque on Tuesday after false rumors circulated online about the suspect. 4 people have been arrested over the unrest so far, which saw 53 officers and 3 police dogs injured. During a walkabout in the town on Wednesday, Chief Constable Serena Kennedy said she understood that communities in Southport were really worried about whether they would see a second night of unrest. She said, "We are absolutely planning for this evening and for the weekend ahead. We are being really well supported by police forces across the Northwest to make sure we have got sufficient resources so that we don't see a repeat of last night." Police officers suffered serious injuries when bricks, stones and bottles were thrown and cars were set alight during unrest that followed a vigil for the murdered children. Baseless rumors were spread on social media, misidentifying the suspect and falsely claiming that he was a refugee when, in fact, he was born in Wales. Actor Lawrence Fox, one of the